Just when you think that President Trump can't top something he said or did in his charismatic, signature, authentic, radically transparent fashion, he does it again. This is the greatest behind the scenes Oval Office story in presidential history, and it is told by our great Vice President JD Vance. Wait till you see this. This is monumental. And then also I've got another video from our vegetable in chief that is going viral. It's absolutely blowing up and breaking the internet. Wait till you see this. But first, I'm just so proud to present this to you. This is going to put such a huge smile on your face. Watch this.
I want to talk about Sly and all of his great accomplishments and why we're gathered here to celebrate him. But I want to first say, people often ask me what it's like to be the Vice President of the United States. And a lot of it is exactly what you would expect it to look like if you watched on TV or just paid attention to the media. But sometimes you get these behind the scenes moments that I will never, ever forget for the rest of my life. So, for example, today I'm in the Oval Office with the President of the United States and our great Secretary of State, Rubio, and we're talking about something really, really important. And the President kind of holds up his hand and says, no, hold on a second. There's something much more important. Shoes. And he peers over the Resolute desk and he says, Marco, JD, you guys have shitty shoes. We gotta get to better shoes. So he goes out and grabs a catalog. There happens to be another politician in the room. I won't say who, and you'll find out why in a second. And he actually runs us through this incredible shoe catalog. And by the way, the President is gifting us with 4 pairs of shoes. And I think 4 pairs for Marco. And he's actually asking our size in the middle of this conversation. He's asking for our size so that he can make sure that we get the right shoes. And he asked this other politician, he said, I'm going to get you some shoes too. And so he says, Marco, what's your shoe size? And Marco's apparently an 11 and a half. He says, JD, what's your shoe size? My shoe size is 13. And he asked this politician, who I won't embarrass, what his shoe size is, and he says 7. President, he kind of leans back in his chair and says, you can tell a lot about a man by his shoe size. We won't ask the second lady for comment on that particular topic.
We have the greatest. This is the greatest era, America. We are so lucky. We should be so grateful. We got real, down-to-earth, funny, charismatic, full of vitality, vivacious, authentic, real individuals. I mean, Trump is the real deal, the genuine article, says what he feels what he says, proven every single hypocrite wrong time and time again. The perfect example is Bill Maher, who notoriously thrust the worst pejoratives, the worst criticisms on Trump, and came away from his meeting and subsequent meetings, as a matter of fact, saying, I was wrong about this guy. And it's just countless other people. I can't remember who it was, but somebody else said something that I can't believe how good of a listener President Trump is. I've never met a more amazing listener. I think it was a famous musician. Maybe like Elton John or something. I could be incorrect, but there's 2 types of people in the world, America. First of all, let me know what you think in the comments down below, but there's 2 types of people in the world. There's people who will find that utterly heartwarming, utterly hilarious, bringing levity. They're going to get to the important issues, obviously, as President Trump does. This guy has done more in 9 months than Vegetable in Chief and Obama have done in the last 12 years. In the last 12 years. Think about that. There's people who are going to laugh, enjoy, feel a little warmth in their chest, feel a little pride, feel proud like I did that I voted 3 times, thrice, not once, not twice, but thrice for that. They're going to enjoy the anchored in reality, the groundedness, the practicalness, the realness of that, and the humor in that. And then you have the elitist look down their nose, scoff. How embarrassing. That's not appropriate. That's not this. Essentially, what the great director George Lucas once said, there's 2 types of people in the world. There's creators and then there's destroyers. What we're seeing with the Democrats and the hypocrites, they are the full embodiment of the destroyers. They're the kinds of people that add darkness to every person, project, endeavor in the human consortium, in the human spectrum, and they shower it with darkness. They're the kinds of people that put every single ridiculous administrative, red tape, bureaucratic, nightmarish, academic, narcissistic, soulless stamp on what creators, innovators, I mean, Elon Musk is a perfect example of this. I just absolutely love this story. And if you do as well, let me know in the comments down below, and let JD Vance and President Trump, their teams, their social media teams, the White House staff, Caroline Leavitt, Stephen Miller, JD Vance's team, they all watch this show. Let them know what you think. Oh, I'm so happy and proud, America. Those kinds of stories just make me just absolutely so happy and proud to be an American, and proud that I voted 3 times for this amazing president who's getting more done than anybody in my lifetime. Okay. I want to share this video clip as well. This is a clip that is going viral of Vegetable in Chief, former President Joe Biden, who was at the, you're going to love this, LGBTQ Victory Institute. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. The LGBTQ plus Victory Institute. If that doesn't sound like hell, I don't know what does. And he said this, and it's been going viral, and I think you're going to figure out why. Listen to how he pronounces America. Watch.
We just have to get up. As long as we keep the faith, summon hope, and get back up and remember who in the hell we are. We're the United States of America. That's who we are. We're the U.S., and there's nothing.
Wait. Excuse me, the United States of what? Did you guys hear that? I'm going to play it for you again. But the United States of America? Excuse me? One more time. Here, check it out.
We just have to get up. As long as we keep the faith, summon hope, and get back up and remember who in the hell we are. We're the United States of America. That's who we are. We're the U.S., and there's nothing.
Can we just normalize respect for elders? Can we just normalize retirement? Can we just normalize not parading former presidents who are gigantic embarrassments to our country? The United States of America. Did you hear what he said? I don't know. But anyway, that's why he's going viral. This is just so sad. Why are we still hearing from these people? Why is he still making speeches? Like, dude, you destroyed our country. You've done enough. We don't need you anymore. We elected a new president, and all for good reason. He wanted a mandate. He wanted a landslide. He won every single swing state. As a matter of fact, if you guys didn't cheat, it probably would have been a lot larger of a gap. Why are you still doing this? Jill, what is wrong with you, Dr. Jillskis? Hunter, you're out here doing all these podcasts. Why don't you put the crack pipe down and tend to your father just one time, for crying out loud? Why is he still out there shuffling about? I mean, it's just absolutely calamitous. Awful. This is a train wreck. We're seeing a former president collapse mentally, slowly, but defiantly in front of the entire world, which, just in case you forgot how awful this administration is. Naz, you're being a little too harsh. Naz, you're being a little too extreme. Naz, you're being a little too much, man. Watch this amazing montage right here of how abysmal this Biden administration is, and then tell me after you watch this.
I really doubt that we're going to see an inflationary cycle. That's a transitory thing.
Is infrastructure fun?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why are conservatives bad, Mommy? Because I thought we were supposed to conserve things.
The border is closed. The border is secure. The border is closed. The border is secure.
United States protect.
Details on that, Jackie. You're gonna have to let me get back to you on that.
Who will be held accountable for this? This embarrassment.
Again, I take full responsibility.
And we are in a strong, we are stronger economically than we have been in history.
There is not a single day that I have walked the earth that I don't pray. I get on my knees and I pray to God and I thank God that Kamala Harris didn't win in 2024. I thank God for you doing the right thing on November 5th, 2024. But the reason why we're still doing this, the reason why we're still trying to make common sense go viral, the reason why we're trying to help our country even after that hard-fought battle victory on November 5th, 2024, is because they're never stopping. And they never will stop. The woke media apparatus. You know, I want to share something that Dan Bongino, and I just got this across my desk. I'm glad I remembered it. Dan Bongino said something really, really powerful about President Trump. And I just want to share this because I think it's absolutely gold. You know, there's a 94, it's probably higher than that. The negative publicity from the woke media on President Trump, Hegseth, Rubio, basically this entire America First administration, who has been doing nothing but tirelessly, ceaselessly, almost never sleeping because they're so busy working hard for us. They've gotten over 90% negative coverage from the woke media. And I just want to read this from what Dan Bongino, the deputy director of the FBI, just said very recently. He said, quote, "If any other president more ideologically aligned with the sheep in the media did what this president has done for our public safety and national security, there would be non-stop celebratory nightly news stories, documentaries, and they'd be prepping the rock on Mount Rushmore. Fact," end quote. Haven't I been saying this for a very, very long time too? I couldn't agree. Every single one of those words burns like hot, molten coal of truth. So I need your help. I need you to tap the thumbs up. I need you to share I'm not asking you to buy. This is not, this is about our grandkids' grandchildren, so that they can wake up in an America that is recognizable, the America that you and I grew up in. Because if Kamala would have cheated harder, I've said this many, many times, there are plenty of presidential elections where the next day my guy lost, but life moved on. There was still, sanity in the streets. This was the most consequential election of my lifetime, if not more. This is maybe the most consequential election in the history of the United States. And now we've got midterms coming up. We've got 2028. The stakes are getting higher and higher, and I'm never going to stop. And I hope you will join me. So I'm not asking you to buy anything, click anything. Just watch, tap the thumbs up, share, because the mission here is to make common sense go viral for unborn future generations, as Lincoln used to say, to see the glory, the power, the majesty of this beautiful country that you and I love. I can't wait to hear your comments on everything that we talked about. Let me know what you think down below. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right here in case you missed them. Just tap them right now. You can also tap my face right here to follow and subscribe. It's free. Make sure you turn on that bell notification. Turn them all on so you can never miss out. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA and all who defend her. I'll see you soon.